Diving right back into the Wise Journey podcast. Introducing Rohan Walford, the General Sales Manager for Vacaville Dodge. Nate, let's dive into the next episode of the Wise Journey.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wise Journey, an awesome podcast that we've had quite a few guests on now. I have another guest. For those who don't know, I've known him for quite a while. Would you like to introduce yourself and say what you do for the company?
Alrighty, my name is Rohan Walford, and I'm one of the leaders in the Wise Auto Group.
Okay. For those who don't know, he's out of Vacaville Dodge. So, for those who don't know, I've known you for 9 years.
Long time.
Yeah. We've grown a lot since 9 years ago.
Yep.
Well, for as long as I've known you, what do you love most about working in sales?
I like providing a service.
Okay.
I like the look in a customer's face when they think something is impossible and you make it possible.
Okay.
It's a very satisfying feeling.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, to be you're like the missing piece. When they see impossible, you're like with me, anything's possible.
Just give me a chance. Let me prove to you that I could make you happy. I could make you enjoy your purchase.
Yeah.
That's the most fulfilling feeling in sales for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, being in sales, it is a big responsibility for the job that you handle, so I commend you for what you do.
Thank you.
What is an important focus for you in your day-to-day?
Okay, so for me, the most important thing is to provide leadership.
Okay.
I'm guiding a very large team, so I have to ensure that first I have goals set for that day, and I have to provide leadership to have this team succeed on the goals that the company is setting for me and the goals that I'm going to set for my team. So each morning I have a list of things mentally, and sometimes I write it down.
Yeah,
What
good
I
to
want to
remember.
achieve for the day. And I have to ensure that I arrange myself and my team to achieve all of these goals.
Okay.
It's the most important thing. Yep.
No, it's to have a focus that's not just you.
Yep.
It's big.
Yep.
But having the responsibility of multiple people
Yep.
creates, like you said about the customer, it's a fulfilling feeling
Yep.
when you have these goals and it takes a team to do it,
Yep.
and then it becomes a success.
Yep.
And it all falls in the process
Yep.
to make sure that, everyone is accounted for in their
Yep.
duties, and then you realize that you created a conveyor belt of a process,
Yep.
and that creates success.
Yep. Yep.
No, that's an awesome description of how all of that works, because in what you do, it takes more than just showing up to work.
Yep.
It's almost, in a way, it's like being a school teacher. You have to get your curriculum done ahead of time before it's presented to your team, and be like, this is what we're going to do.
So for me, I think I'm always at work. When I'm home and I'm at work, I'm working on pricing. I'm working on innovations that I think we're going to need for next week, because the market is always changing.
Yes.
And I never want to be a slave to the market. So I try not to predict or understand too much, but I prepare.
Okay.
I prepare. So I always have different strategies that I'm going to use to approach the next day, the next week. And to do this is, for me, always at work. I'm always plotting, I'm always making notes, I'm always changing things. Because each person on the team has a different mindset.
Mm-hmm.
They have a different goal. They have a different pace at which they try to achieve their goals. So as a leader, I have to unite this team around one goal.
Yes.
And that one goal, coming from the leaders of the company, Mr. Yanni and Mr. Nobani, is customer satisfaction. Make customers happy. So once I'm able to align this team around that goal, I can push.
Now that everyone's facing in the direction as a unit, it's like, all right, we're all heading this way.
Yep.
We're all facing that way. All right, now let's take the steps forward.
Now we can push. And it takes weeks, if not months, to get your team arranged, to get them understanding that, hey, you have to leave everything at the door.
Mm-hmm.
And once you show up, it's time to push. And I keep talking about leadership because
Yes.
it's just very important to me. Without good leadership, the team will just scatter.
Yes.
This person is trying to do this. This person has this idea, but it takes that nucleus of organization to keep pushing, and you could overtake a country.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like at that point, not, like what you said in the beginning, having that chance to make the impossible possible, it's like you can now create a trajectory of you can do anything.
Yep. And just so I can extrapolate on that, a manager's job is to do. It's action. It's a verb to get actual physical things done.
Mm-hmm.
A manager knows what they can do, but a leader has to show a manager things that they can't do or didn't know that they can do.
Mm.
And your job is to push them that extra mile to get these things done that they didn't know they could do.
It's like you're looking above
Yep.
at the path ahead and every which way that they can go and be like, look, if we just stay within these guidelines,
Yep.
we can really make this work.
Yep.
No, that's really big.
Mm-hmm.
Well, before we close out,
Mm-hmm.
is there any closing statement or maybe a message to a new employee, someone who may be just coming into sales, or someone who might be in sales or in any department that might want to go into a managerial position that you're in?
Yes, a few things. The first thing is set insane goals. If your goals
That's
are
new. I like that.
instantly reachable in your mind, they're not big enough. Your goals should be so ridiculous that if you're speaking to a coworker or someone about your goals, it should be like, this person is crazy.
Yeah.
Your goals have to be insane because you will only achieve the goals you think you can achieve.
Right.
If you don't think you can achieve bigger goals, you won't because you're not pushing yourself.
True.
So your goals have to be insane and you're going to push yourself. Sales to me is one of the best employment opportunities because you control how much you make.
Mm.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So if you're self-driven, take a sales job. I don't even like to call it sales. It's service. You're providing a service to customers because the days of the pushy, convincing, those days are gone. You're providing a service, you're solving a problem, and you get compensated for that also. So set large goals, unreachable goals. If there's something else, your family at home, you have to take care of that first. If you're entering through the gates and you're worried about what's happening at home, you won't be able to function. You cannot manage employees or manage even yourself if you cannot manage your family at home.
True.
So the first thing I would say, manage your family, lead your household, and once you have that under control, you're going to be able to perform at work, and you're going to be able to integrate up the ladder of promotions, etc.
And you'll actually be able to effectively overcome the insane goals and expectations that
Yes.
you set for yourself to reach, and then
Yes.
nothing stands in your way. Not to say that personal life would get in the way, but like you said, if your priority is taking care of your family at home, you won't need to make sure that your personal life is left at the door. You know it's taken care of when you come to work.
It flows into each other.
Yes.
So for example, and it's the reason why I can work at home also, because my work flows into my home flows into my work. So there's a center that everything combines.
A nucleus.
It's a nucleus. And I leave not one iota out. Everything functions symbiotically. My kids, my wife, my work, my staff, to me, is one big army that I lead them, and they have to function together. And I think that is why we're successful in the store of Vacaville Dodge, and even the company is successful, is because we always say we're a family, and I really believe that. Because I truly care about my employees. I want everyone to be happy. I want everyone to be smiling. If you're not smiling in front of the customer, what service are you providing?
Right.
if an employee is not smiling, they're probably having issues at home. And that's where that part comes in again, where you have to have your home under control, because it's the number one thing apart from health that can affect your attitude in the workplace. And attitude is key. For example, if an employee is talking to a customer, and I'm always looking, I'm watching the cameras, I'm walking by, you see me.
Yeah.
If I'm reading that body language and the attitude is not there, I'm not sensing that energy, I will get someone just to go in to lift that energy.
Lift their spirits up. Yeah.
Exactly, because it's not a rote process. It's not transactional. You're not doing a mortgage. It's an experience.
Right.
You're providing a service, and the car is the second biggest purchase. So you should enjoy it.
Yeah.
You should enjoy it. You should not feel like it's pushy or this person is sleazy or trying to rip you off, etc. No. The service is what we provide. And if you go back to when I was in sales, when you knew me, from here to there,
Yeah.
no one had complaints because I provided that service.
Yeah.
That feeling. They would send their friends because I gave them that experience, and it is key. And I've managed to transfer that to my team.
And what's cool is the satisfaction of you see it
Yep.
in your team, and
Yep.
you're like, I was a part of making a difference.
Yep.
And you've adapted that experience that you are giving to a customer, and now you're seeing it reflected in your team.
Yep. It is very satisfying.
Yeah.
I'll let you know, it is very satisfying. And for them to also know they have someone, if everything should fail, there's someone there, there's a mountain there that could overcome these obstacles they're facing or could make them feel happy. The salesperson and the customer
Yeah.
be happy in that situation. And that's what keeps me going, to know that, hey, we're pushing. And at the end of the month, we always get there.
Yeah.
We always get there.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. It's been cool to, work essentially side by side with you for the last 9 years that I've known you.
Yep.
And seeing where you're at now, it's been a really cool experience just to, I even see it in your team of like the environment that they're creating and trying to have that experience for the customer. So it's actually been an honor to have you on the podcast to talk to you a little bit more. So thank you so much for coming on, and I look to having you back in the future.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you.
Amazing.